Fellow citizens, good morning to you. Today is day 2 of the disappearance of my good friend, the Honorable Member of Parliament for Petauke, Honorable JJ Banda.
We are still on the disappearance of Emmanuel JJ Banda, who is the Honorable Member of Parliament representing the people of Petauke. It's been 2 days now since he went missing, and there are no signs of his whereabouts. This is his friend Binwell Mpundu, his best friend, who has come to raise a few questions about his disappearance. We don't know where he is, no sign of any show, and there are people who are doing a lot of mockery on social media by trying to make this disappearance as something that was planned. There's so many questions about the police statement. Many people don't want to speak out because they don't want to be in any problems. But they've inboxed my page. Some had a discussion yesterday on other platforms like Chilufetayali's page. And I know people may look at this situation as people trying to politicize it. But the reason why this man's life is in danger was because there was a warning from a group of Upnd cadres. Before we go any further, listen to this.
Mr. Lungu and Yuka JJ Banda. JJ Banda and your friends, stop misleading the president, the former president. Stop misleading the former president, because we haven't yet forgotten the wounds you caused on the Zambian people. You still have a docket at Lusaka Central Police there, where you injured police officers, and that docket is still pending. Try Southern Province. People in Lusaka are tolerating you. Try Southern Province. Try to come to Southern Province. As people of Southern Province, see, we are not going to tolerate this nonsense. Including UPF cadres who have got cases in court, who caused mayhem to the Zambian people. We tell you to say, keep quiet. Stop talking. We've tolerated you enough. Otherwise, we'll be following you one by one. We'll visit you one by one.
After that careless statement, this is what happened to Mambilimba MP's house, Jean Chisenga. Her house was burnt down, even though there's still an investigation going on. But what would warrant somebody to burn an MP's house? And JJ Banda showed solidarity, shared on his page, talked about it. What type of politics are we doing? A few days later, JJ Banda is also missing. We cannot take lightly the statements that were made in that video. That is evidence which the police should even look into. Why would a cadre feel so powerful that they would want to take actions to do what they've planned to do? And they said one by one. So after Jean, the next target was JJ Banda. What sort of wickedness is this, where a duly elected member of parliament should now be living in fear? Just because Jean has chosen to stand for the previous regime, it doesn't make her less of a Zambian. A Zambian citizen is entitled to speak up for the people of Zambia, to vote for whichever party they wish, to participate in politics without being intimidated or fear of being intimidated. How can a member of parliament leave her house and shortly after her house is in this state? And others have come up with their theories that it was a planned thing. Who plans to burn down their house, which is worth millions of kwacha or thousands of kwacha to build? I don't think so. After this incident, Prophet Shepherd Mesala shared a prophecy about Zambia. Listen to this.
I saw a spirit of confusion in the nation of Zambia. And the Lord told me to pray for this nation of Zambia. I saw a dark crowd covered the nation of Zambia. And a lot of darkness came upon this nation. The darkness I saw, it is a spirit of confusion. I saw a lot of people were afraid. They were staying with fear because peace was lost in the nation. There were a lot of bloodshed. There was a lot of fire outbreaks. And the Lord told me, I am removing my hand on this nation of Zambia. I am removing my hand on the nation of Zambia. Zambia needs to go into prayer and fasting. For 14 days, Zambia needs to go into serious prayer for 14 days. There is a big snake from the evil altars which shall stand at the center of this nation. The snake has 12 heads, and the snake was breathing fire. Immediately this snake with 12 heads begin to breathe fire, accidents will start happening in the nation of Zambia. There will be so many disturbances which will begin to happen between the courage. The courage, they will begin to fight themselves. They will lose that dignity. They will lose that power. They will lose that power and influence. And people will begin to forsake them. And when it breathes again, politicians will begin to fight each other. And when they begin to fight each other, communities, compounds will be in fear because of bloodshed. We need to pray against this. I know there are some of you who are always politically aligned. You always want to criticize when the voice of God is speaking. You always want to insult when the voice of God is speaking.
Shortly after, we had received news that Emmanuel JJ Banda was missing. Now, the mother to Emmanuel JJ Banda has come out asking for her son to be returned back home.
Ankankhala polisi Yehova amasuleni mitima tingati chita zinthu zoyipa Yehova chita zinthu zoyipa mitima mwawo Ambuye omwe pasalira muonjezere kuti imwe mumaziva na pamene pasala na pamene nakufuna kuti nikambe pamene sina chule imwe mumaviziva kale Atate mwana wanu Yesu Kristo iponso mumapitira mu bantu pitirani mu bantu Yehova kuti uyo mwana mpweze mosalephera ikupemphani musaleka ichi chiyeso chitipitirire mbanja mwatu muno inati ndi chiyeso china mu 2021 koma musaleka ichi Yehova siza chikwanisa tachepa munga banja chake chikuza chabe kwa ino ilili kwa ino Atate watu wako mwamba zina lanu eleseke kumwanu unze kuna kwani kuchitibwe munga kumwamba chimuchikuza musaleke satana atipeke kuma mutipuru mose Yehova satana mutikuziwoyibayo munakulamulira ino dziko la pansi ali mjelekezi Yehova usatiwe muyitanireni ekifuka kyakaivo kuyitanira mbandakuca muno atati zonse nanguziikiza mwainu aliseni wonse Yehova amina kusebenza pa ntchito iyi kuti apitirize ntchito yawe Yehova ndiponso tikuyembekeza.
It is my prayer that JJ Banda is brought back home to safety, and whatever is going on needs to be stopped. We cannot take this lightly. I will now leave you with video messages of what people have to say about the whole situation.
I am not the family spokesperson, but I think that all of you by now knows how close I am to JJ and how dear JJ is to me. I wish to report that the family is still holding strong, and thanks all of you for standing in solidarity and all the messages of goodwill and good wishes that have continued to be outpoured from different sections of society. At this stage, all we have done is to allow the police to continue with their investigations, because obviously we are trusting that they are capable of doing what needs to be done. There are a few things that I would like, however, to address this morning. Number one is that JJ is not a mere citizen, is a state asset by virtue of being a member of parliament. And as such, his disappearance cannot be taken in lightly, or cannot be handled by any junior officer of the state. Colleagues, at this stage, for me, I am of the view that the state must own up and be fully in charge. I know that the police have got their own procedures in terms of investigations and in terms of reporting. But I want to repeat, this is a case that requires the entire government functionaries to be in charge of the matter. Because like I said, JJ is not an ordinary citizen. Let's start with facts or things. JJ's car is found abandoned, and a good Samaritan reports to the police. The police gets on the scene and they drive the car to the police station. I am not a police officer myself, but that is a miss. From the little that I have seen, and I know, is that the starting point would have been cordoning off a place where this vehicle was found, and the vehicle should have been in that place for some time. Because driving it off would temper with, I think, what would lead or give leads to the investigations. Today, the police has been driven away from the police station where the matter was reported. Nobody has been told. The family has not been informed. The family has inquired. The police officer is asking answering very rudely that it's safe. The car is safe. The family has insisted they would like to know the whereabouts of the cars. The police is insisting, no, don't worry, it's safe. It's under investigations. That too for us is a miss. God knows what will happen to that car and what is being done to the car, even after this episode is done, whether anybody would want to use our car. Thirdly, there's not been a single statement from the state, other than the rebuttals that Honorable Cornelius Muitwa, the government spokesperson, made in regards to the statements that could have been made by some PF officials. That's the only thing we've heard from government. Because being the member of society JJ is, there should have been constant updates from the state, not from a junior police officer, but from a government spokesperson. That is how I view things. The only thing we've seen are social media postings being made all over by UPND sympathizers. UPND run media houses. Koswe, we all know Koswe is run by somebody who is in State House. We know the watchdog is run by somebody who is in State House. Look at the messages being posted in these social media postings, because we all know as Zambians that whatever is posted on Koswe and the watchdog reflects what government's position is in most times. Go and see what is being posted. Are we not then going to conclude that is a position of government? Instead of prioritizing the life of JJ, they are all out attacking his persona. What sort of people are these, honestly speaking? What sort of a people wish somebody ill, or wish somebody dead, or wish somebody evil happens to another person? So the silence of government is well noted, even in circumstances like this, but government is speaking very loudly through their sponsored media pages. Thirdly, colleagues, we have said time and time, the UPND, despite saying they have ended Kadarism, how many press statements have been held by those lumpens, those youths from Northwestern, from Southern Province, warning citizens, threatening to start abducting and sorting out citizens. Yet the police have kept quiet. How many? These are things, colleagues, that we ought to start questioning the integrity of this government in regards to the safety of the citizens. If the police will be too quick to denounce citizens and tear gas citizens who are only walking to the police station to demand answers, but they are mute on arresting lumpens who are out threatening citizens. You all know that even myself, I am under threats by those lumpens from the Copper Belt, led by the youth chairman for the Copper Belt UPND. As the police acted, no sir. Until Binwell disappears, then the police will be seen to be acting. Even when they act, you can even see the laissez-faire. These are things that citizens, we must begin to interrogate. JJ's life is precious, not to you, but to his family. But most importantly, JJ is a state asset, is a national asset, whose whereabouts requires that the entire state machinery must be up and running. Yes, we want to leave it to the police, but the police must know that we are not stupid. The police must know that we will be as calm as we can give them a chance to do their job. There will come a time, fellow citizens, when we as citizens, feeling that we are not safe, we will start acting to defend ourselves against especially those lumpens who are warning citizens, who are threatening to begin to sort out citizens one by one. There will come that time when we will begin to defend and stand up for ourselves and our safety. That I can guarantee you. If you think these attempts, you go and burn Chisenga's house, you go and abduct JJ, who keep us quiet, you have another thing coming. I can guarantee you. You will not kill us. You will kill us, but our souls will never rest. That I can guarantee you. I am demanding that the state must own this issue up and begin to act responsibly. There's no government that will remain quiet on a high-profile issue like the disappearance of a member of parliament. It's unheard of anywhere in the world. And I want to repeat. By UPND, stop maligning somebody whom you should be sympathizing with, or sympathetic towards, or empathizing with. Stop it. State House, stop those lumpens who runs those pages of yours, Koswe and Watchdog. That is not correct. We are a society of good values and norms. You cannot be doing that. It's not correct. It's not correct whatsoever. But I'll tell you, time settles all matters. You may think that you are almighty and powerful, but I can guarantee you time settles all matters. Watch this space.
Oh, candidate. Yeah, we give respect to all elders or youngsters up. Yeah, this is Mr. Joshua Piri now talking. Mwaiona mwe vantu ka politics yamene ichitika ya doti is not good. Mwaiona HH UPND mulina candidate ku Lusangazi. Mwaiona whereby uja candidate makulu they came and kneel down tend support uyu tend chite bwanji JJ uyu amene mambo vutisa ni mwana amene athandiza munthu aliyense mpetauke aidha amuziva olo samuziva JJ ni mwana amene athandiza all chiefs or aliyeka patulula. But now you have seen the mistakes now you are making now. Mwambo tigwirira manchi mwana wapakhomo. So say tukupemphani mwa UPND voice note, please send it to the president Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. JJ apezeke chawa moyo mulete ntiyala wa bwino. Because if vane mchita wa UPND kuisteni msakawereko JJ apezeke tiyala wa kufu ashimwambana na muntu aliyense mu Eastern Province. Politics yaso, this is not politics. Sindise vana netina badwa mairo. We started the politics mulu akaunda. Mwaiona so musaone munga kapena tilibenzeru, we don't think please tileteleni mwana apezeke wabwino. Nkhosi ya mankhosi ampezeni agabaundi akalinda walo amndikula JJ mumuzi wa mtima. Anyamphande JJ mumuzi wa mtima mwalili. Asandwe JJ mumuziba mwalili. Anyanje JJ mumuziba mwalili. Akalinda walo amumbi JJ mumuziba mwalili. Please mafumu onse ampetauke ikani mutu pamozi. This is not politics we can have in Zambia. No, JJ ni mwana mtontho ngako. UPND ngati mumufuna waye simunga mtole mwamwika pansi mwalabira naye JJ wera tisenzere pamozi. Then ivivu mambo chita. Tufuna JJ tipaseni JJ ni wasu mwana wapa mliyango. And I'm telling you, by Eastern na Southern, pamene muchita hivi stika konda na polini. Tienti peze JJ apezeke tia wa moyo. President Hichilema, I'm appealing to you, please, letani JJ mwana wapa mliyango apezeke wa moyo. Kuchiefdom kwangu kwa Sandwe, Mr. President HH, you are the only president since you need PPA we fika papalasi pala na chopa yako. But we do give you respect. Please mkwaso, mulete ni mwana. Instruct your police banu abase benze bwino to bring mwana. Awere JJ. Because ngati JJ awere lini. Na mwe msakazeko kwasu se msakazeko. And iwe Lusangazi chairperson, I'm appealing to you. Ngati JJ saza pezeka wa moyo, JJ apezeka wa kofu. Chokamo mu UPND. Chutu nghalile mu UPND nchinji. Nena kuja. Pa Tuesday ni kuza kupetauke. Niembekeza report ya JJ apezeke wa moyo. Amdikula kalinda walo Mikaere. Anyamphande. Asandwe. Amumbi. Ndiye politics imgalole kuti ndiye politics. Ikanko ni nzeru JJ apezeke. Muna namba ya president watumireni phone ya president mwana were wa Mpumburu mwana were wa moyo. Ni politics tiala hii. Ngati zamkonda weve aona kuti JJ ali hadi pa politics why simungamulete mwana wera kuno. Wera ni pano tisenzere pamozi tienti chitete ndiye politics. Politics in service janalini kuti ai tungo kuva manyuzi yawe nya. We are not young, we are not born yesterday. Tileteleni mwana because if vumuchita chiwa merini mchalo mu. Muleteka patulula kaipa kuli hata mtemwe mponi yae. Mwe muna namba za president, voice note wa president aperekeleni, a president akupemphani, mwana apezeke wa moyo. mwana apezeke wa moyo muleteni JJ ni mwana ngako ni mwana otola kuika apa mwangalabira naye osati bivuchitika kuliye politics yote na series ziko